Hey Orange Cat Nation, cat lovers of all kinds, welcome back to the Cheesy Poof Chan. Today Cheesy is going to be testing toys from the Dollar Tree, or should we say the $1.25 store. I have some actual cat toys, and I have some kid toys that Cheesy may or may not like. Let's get started. First up we have this cat toy. Compared to other mice toys Cheesy has, this guy is pretty chonky, but the tail does rattle, so I think he will like that. The stuffing is already coming out of it, but that doesn't mean Cheesy won't like playing with it, so let's just give it a try. Cheesy's first impressions of the toy, he just kind of seemed confused on why I was giving him it. He sniffed it out a little bit, but ultimately he just didn't know what to do. The second try, I showed him that the tail rattled, and he seemed to like that a little bit, but he didn't do much of the toy. It wasn't until later in the day when I found him just randomly playing with it, and this was the only time that he actually played with this toy. So overall, this toy wasn't the best, but maybe your cats would like it, so I'm just gonna rate it a 3 out of 5. Next up, we have these table tennis balls or ping pong balls. I honestly thought that Cheesy would like these more than he did. He kind of seemed interested in them, but normally when he plays, he's very self-sufficient. He doesn't need me. But in order for him to play with these ping pong balls, I did have to get a little bit more involved than usual. So I will still rate these a 3 out of 5. Up next, we have these foam dice, which I thought was interesting because Cheesy loves real dice, but he puts them in his mouth, and I just would hate for him to choke on them. But he did not have any interest in these foam dice, probably because they are so much bigger, so these honestly are 1 out of 5. And finally, I just wanted to see how Cheesy would react to this remote-controlled car. Of course, I had to add a little bit of my own flair to it, ka-chow! On the back of the car, you will see that it does have an on and off button, and no, it does not come with batteries. So once you unscrew the backings to both the remote controller and the car itself, you will see that it does require double A's. Now, when testing it, for my carpet, it did not really work that well. I did have to move it to the kitchen floor, and when I tried filming on the kitchen floor, Cheesy was more interested in playing with my phone than the actual car. Once I got Cheesy situated on the kitchen floor, I just wanted him to get used to the sound of it and the movement of the car first. He does easily get scared by sound, so this was a concern of mine, but he didn't seem too bothered, just slightly more of a what is this than a concern. He did eventually start tapping it a little bit, and I started moving it, and that's when he started getting a little bit more interest in it. But if it did accidentally bump him or something, he did get freaked out. He wanted to approach the car on his own terms rather than me approaching it to him. Also, it is important to note that the car only goes forwards and backwards. It does not go side to side. So here you can see he got a little scared because I didn't mean to make it go that close to him, but I wasn't prepared for the car to turn by itself since it does not go side to side. I couldn't control it, but eventually he did kind of like pat at it a little bit, but this isn't something I would just ever buy for him. Unfortunately, even though it is a fun toy to play with, the toy itself is pretty cool for $1.25, but yeah, this is not something that Cheesy will play with on a regular basis, so I'm just going to rate this a 2 out of 5. And that wraps up our testing of the Dollar Tree toys. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and comment down below which toy you're going to be buying for your cat. And with that, Orange Cat Nation, out.